beckon visitors on a transformative odyssey through art's eternal narrative. Let us also remember the museum library, a sanctum safeguarding manuscripts and calligraphic jewels in myriad languages, proclaiming knowledge as culture's unbreakable bedrock. Hailed as a museum of national importance, this institution embodies our sacred duty. Governments, scholars, and citizens united in preserving heritage for generations yet unborn. As Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore reminded us, the highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Here, museums do precisely that. The formation date records a bold stroke of genius, the transformation of a private trove into a public trust, democratizing access to enlightenment and all. The shift to the majestic site ushered in Osmania University, Nawab Saab, Sri Priyanka Francis, Director Salarjung Museum, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to stand with you on this sacred 74th Formation Day, inaugurating the Founders Gallery in the iconic museum, a radiant hub of culture, wisdom, and timeless beauty. This institution is a grand repository of artistic triumphs from India, Europe, Asia, and the Far East converge under one roof. Its galleries echo humanity's shared soul, whispering that art knows no border, no tongue, and no epoch. It pierces straight into civilization's beating heart. Forged through decades of fervent pursuit, his treasures bear the imprint of discerning vision, insatiable curiosity, and profound reverence, are of the rare and sublime. Today, 40 exquisitely curated galleries spanning in young hearts, ensuring that our legacy endures. On this blessed day, let us all pledge to safeguard these collections with cutting care, embrace modern wisdom, and amplify the reach of education. And I was going through the new exhibition hall, and it is very, very interestingly curated. And I must congratulate the people who have curated it. And as Nawab Sam was saying, that this museum is a collection of 3 generations. And everyone knows of, the Salarjung Museum, not only in India but abroad also. It's one of the greatest one-man collection. And a collector collects not for himself. He collects not only art treasures, he collects wisdom to pass on to future generations. And Salarjung Museum is doing that for a very long time. And we would ask the committees of Salarjung Museum to further be innovative, to look after things, how we can bring museums to the youngsters. That is most important actually. Museums all over India are facing problems. The footfalls are decreasing, but I believe the Salarjung is well visited. But it's time that we should look at museums as something else, not as storehouses of knowledge only, or not of, just looking at things. Museums should be a place of involvement for youngsters, where they can involve themselves, engage in some way to take things forward. The idea that museums should only be storehouses of treasures is perhaps not right. Museums have to truly become learning centers. And we have to be innovative. And it's not only for this museum, museums all over the country. We need to be innovative and we need to involve young people. But how to make things interesting and understandable. Because the youngsters are very, very busy with their phones and with their screen readings, and on the go they can find out so many things from their from the internet and from their smartphones, that many don't realize that there could be something more, and that something more must be given by museums. Just doling out information or putting a small little catalogue here and there is not going to make the museum interesting. What will hold the interest? What will separate the museum from the smartphone? What is the experience they will get in visiting a museum? How will they be engaged? These are questions that need to be answered by all museums actually in this country. Because I have been very, fond of visiting museums, and I was with the Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage. I can see the convener here of the Hyderabad chapter, and I have always found this a big challenge. We also have a museum in Tripura known as the Tripura State Museum, and it's a very big palace, with a lot of exhibits. And I have always told the people there that it has to be engaging. Museums have to become institutions of engagement. We want youngsters to go back. Yes, we have got something more. Today, after visiting the museum, we have got something more. And they'll go and tell their friends. We don't want museums to become selfie points. We don't want museums to be just, catalogs. We want museums to be something that brings or widens the mind, of linking the past with the present, of youngsters realizing that they are the great, they have a great legacy, which they need to protect, they need to conserve, and they need to take back with them. And I have come on a few occasions to Salarjung Museum, and they are doing a good job. They are doing a lot of art exhibitions. I had come. Sometimes I had come with people who are differently challenged art exhibition by them. That's a very noble effort. Yet we have a long way to go. And I am sure the authorities will take it up, and we will have a very, very engaging museum here in Hyderabad. And I once again congratulate the people who have put together this, hall, which is very nice. It has, beautiful stuff, right from the walking, stick to porcelain, to even fabrics of that time, miniature paintings. So it's a very wonderful thing. As if we are walking through the past, it seems. It looks very nice. It looks very nice, and we'll have to make it more interesting, more engaging, as I said. And we will discuss this matter, how we can take it forward. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your kind words. Now I request Kalpana, Deputy Curator, Salarjung Museum, to deliver vote of thanks.